Welcome back everyone to another episode of Satisfactory 1.0. If you are new here and you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. It does help a lot. So without further ado, let's jump in and get things rolling. In the previous episode we did some working around and we start the coal factory. As you can see, things have been connected, but at the moment, it's not going. So I would say let's just start with... Oh, so noisy. Alright, let's see if we can get up here. And let's jump one by one and start with our electricity production, because we're gonna need it. And we are gonna need it because today we are starting a new factory. So we need to finish, finish is a big word. Well, we need to start with completing phase 2. And we got smart plating done and the versatile framework. So today is gonna be the day that we are tackle the automate wiring. And and this is like something that it should be pretty straightforward for us, because I was looking and we have in here everything that's needed for. Okay, first thing first, let's admire our beautiful electricity going up. No, maybe not. What is happening? Let's give it a minute for thing to start to... Water is there. Things are... okay. So this... Oh, I see. Boom, let's go. That's done. That's a connection, and let's see what our power grid says about it. So, look at that. That's what we want to see. Like, our production is 900 megawatts per minute and our capacity is 1260, which should be okay for a little while, so to speak. So what are we going to do today? So far we are trying to put a miner in here, but because the generators are at the moment full capacity, which means that this is more than enough for what is it? Is it more than enough? Because they are consuming 15 times 8. Yeah, so we will have to double down on coal production, and that we should be settled, but that's just fine for now, because this is like we're not yet using all of the... that belt is like going fast. We'll see how things goes, and this should be pretty straightforward and pretty easy. I kind of like did some cleanup around here, so I extended these on a 3x3. So that if we have two tractors going back and forward, it should be, more comfortable, more space. But at the moment I'm doing everything manually. My plan is to basically have some blueprint for roads, because we're gonna have to have a lot of roads. And we're gonna have quite a few interesting pieces. Most people have seen that there is some way to do curves as well. Not unfortunate, but I am more like a square guy. I absolutely love that things are like square, and I don't see why we need to change the way that things look like, and there is plenty of space to rotate as well. With the marking and everything on the floor, it's gonna look absolutely amazing. And there is a chance that this plateau in here is gonna become our drop port for tractors and whatnot, or drone or whatever. So, yes, if you can see here, I give it a little bit of fresh coat of paint, and it looks, steel. It's a blue factory, just something to change. So, let's dig into it and trying to get things rolling. So, for creating the automate wiring, what we need is steel pipe. We are gonna need at least 30 per minute. Now this one is producing 20 and this one is producing 20, but if we increase these to basically what's gonna be 150%, we could pipe in directly these constructor straight away and bring it upward. So we can have our own line that goes just up straight here. I might change just like similar to this and this one in here. And we need the copper as well. So the copper down there is gonna be at least we are gonna need it to overclock it to have I'm planning to have an automated factory that's gonna produce at least 10 automated wiring per minute. At the moment we don't need it just yet, so we need just 100. So technically I could do this manually, but we don't want to do that. Absolutely not. That's not our style, isn't it? So what we're gonna do is that we are going to just reach the copper node and bring everything probably from here. I'm just gonna go straight and down and get an elevators and yeah, try and get 2 elevator that goes upward. And yeah, we're gonna need to have a second floor, well, say second, but it's like a third floor factory. Yeah, so we're gonna have just one line that brings in the steel pipe. That should be plenty of it. And the other one is gonna be basically the copper, which is gonna produce copper ingot, and copper ingot gonna get changed in you know, through the constructor in wire. Now we need a lot of them, like 8 smelters and 16 constructor. So I was thinking maybe it's time that we brings out the blueprint. And I'm saying that because it's like no way I'm going to do everything, you know, manually, so to speak. So I'm gonna say like maybe I can have an array of smelters. Once you have built
a satisfactory blueprint, interact with the blueprint designer terminal to save it.
Alright,
it will then be
okay.
available in the blueprints tab of your build menu.
Okay.
Blueprints can always be edited to correct mistakes or optimize. If you find yourself struggling to work within the set size restrictions, remember that this is a you problem and efficiency can always be improved.
Wow, great, thank you. Alright, so the first things that we're gonna need is that we're gonna need smelters. Now, to have an array of 4 smelters, we could potentially get them all in one go in here. But the spacing, this is like understanding where things should be. And as far as I can tell, the blueprint, it shows straight away from the front. And you know, it's gonna be, maybe I'm just gonna start from the front, or should I just ignore the spacing and go like 4 smelter, 4 you know, 4x4 platform. This is like a very good question that I'm asking myself at the moment, because we could potentially get just 4 attached. So I start by the closest part, so let's get this like so, and 1 on the left. Yep. Then we get another in the same fashion, so 2, and there we go, and this other one goes in here. Now the problem with this setup is that if I put another like a smelter, or I put 8 of these, I'm gonna have a tons of space in between, and that's not really what I want. So I might just squish them on the left side and pray for the best, because like at this point I don't want to waste too much time on this, because like we got just so much to do, and with just like so little time. So I must say, I'm just gonna go 1, 2, maybe I'm zooping it, 2. I think that if I build them from the left side, they should do the trick. How much? So this one occupies 4, 5, and 6 tile, I'm assuming. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I want to chug it straight away, yeah, from there, it's this one, isn't it? So let's see how many I can fit. Okay. And 4. And I'm gonna have some space at the end. How much is that sum? I would say just a tile. Oh, that's annoying. But that means that I could space them of just 1 tile. Like so. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. And then I can just get them 1 tile. Keep sending. And the last one, which is gonna end up perfectly in here. Beautiful. That's exactly what we need. Now, what we want to add, this is probably a thing that I'm gonna regret eventually with time, because this build, it's well, not there, but rotate, yeah, like that. So this build, it's gonna give me the ability to just build and produce in, you know, a lot of them. And yeah, this should be that. So the idea in here is that we get things coming from the left side and they are coming out from the back. And yeah, 3 foundation is plenty, I would say. What's your problem? Ah, this is a splitter. Well, that's not gonna work, is it? So let's get a splitter. Wait, what is it? A splitter? No, it's a merger. Well, what am I saying? So yeah, merger it is. And this usually I leave 1, because 1 space is just enough to see the conveyor belt and upgrade them, and I don't like too much cramped factory. It's not in our style. We love minimal, but not cramped. That's not what we're going for. Not the vibe. So now I just need to connect everything. Boom, just like that, everything is connected. I even went ahead and attached the electricity just as we like it. Now, this is done. We need to save it and move to the constructor. I want to show the blueprint, because I had a quite a hard time at the beginning trying to understand how blueprint works. So the way that I set up mine is that I give the amount of tile that I'm doing and then what I'm doing. So this is a 3x3 tile, 4x smelter array, and that's just to probably I can put the space, but I'm just used like this. And this is gonna be just like the smelter. There we go. Set icon. The blue, it's fine, we don't really have anything else. And now what we want to do is that we really want to edit this category, starting by, well, obviously add the blueprint in here, but what we want to do is that am I able to I'm not able to. Right, let's add the new category, and let's add the subcategory. So this is like 4 by machine. Machinery, I think so. And in here we're gonna have all like everything that's inherent to productions, and let's see if we find a meaningful icon. That's perfect. So production icon, apply. And now what we want to do is that we want to drag this in here and apply the changes. So what we did right now, we create another subcategory that says 3x3 in, you know, a 4 smelter array, and this is going to be explaining us what are we looking at and how big it is and whatnot. Now let's see if I can close this and save the blueprint. Boom, blueprint saved. And now what we want to do is that we want to have pretty much the same things, but with constructor. And the story with constructor is a little bit different because they're a little bit big. Constructor, there is a high chance they're gonna go one by one in the mark, well, anyway, in the mark one. Let's go and start to delete everything that's not needed. So all of these and all of these. Perfect. And I might just start with the cabling. Oh. We just want to get this stuff off. Well, I mean, like, I don't need to aim to the cable. Perfect. Now, well, I mean, like, I might as well just delete these because they're gonna be completely misaligned, right? Actually, that was probably not the right things. I'm just gonna do clear. Let me just copy this. Clear blueprint. And yeah, now we're gonna restart in the same fashion. So we're just gonna pick our machinery. In this case is a constructor. The constructor is gonna go into a full tile, into a full 4x4. Well, say 4x4, but it's a little bit more, but it's gonna be like 1 2 3 4, yeah, 4x4. And probably would have been a good idea to align the foot in the tile like so. So we kind of have them align. We know exactly that we have a full-blown line, but I did a mistake. Because yeah, this is not the right direction. This is the right direction. So let's go again very quick. There we go, and that's done. Now we have enough space on top of these. So what are we gonna do is we're just gonna create our classic trick with slapping 2 walls, and then we go to the half wall, and yeah, we get 4 walls going. Oh, almost did a bad thing. So now what are we gonna do is that we're gonna proceed with the same setup that we did before. So we leave like 1 space ahead. I think that this is more than enough. And which direction is going? So it gets fed from the left side and it keeps going up. Is it? Oh, I think that's in the wrong. Yeah, it is. Well, easy peasy. And so normally I would just connect this with the mark with the conveyor belt, but because we don't know how many we're gonna use in a row, it's just, you know, better if we select. We leave like an option for us to expand it and, you know, put multiple one behind the other. So I'm gonna do the connection and I'll be right back. And there we go, just like that, we connected everything. We got our row of belt, which have like 1 meter spacing. Same for this one. Now we are gonna go and save this. How are we gonna save this? Well, that's pretty straightforward. This is big 1 2 3 tile. So it's gonna be a 4 by 3. So let's see if we can. Do we have? Yep. So this is gonna be a 4 in width by 3 in depth of 4 constructor array. The directory is always in production. We can add them in here, the blueprint in here. We are gonna set our icon with the constructor. Perfect. And that should be it. Let's save this one. And the last things that we want is that we often find ourselves to deal with the assembler. And the assembler, it's another things that we absolutely need to, you know, automate like this. So foundry, assembler, smelter, and constructor are probably the things that we're going to use always. So the next things that we're going to do, I'm going to do the same exact process, but I'll save you the time because it's exactly the same process. So build, connect everything, and you know, make sure that everything is connected the right direction. Every belt is there, but there is no problem because you can reload blueprint in, and you know, if you did a mistake, you can fix it. It's not going to update the current blueprint as far as I know, but it's definitely going to help you with most of the problem that you have building on going on forward. So I'm going to do the same thing with the assembler, and I'll be right back. And there we go, just like that we did manage to save the blueprint. This is a 3 by, well, this is a oops, I did a boo-boo, because this is like a 3 foundation by 4. So this is gonna be like 3 by 4. Save blueprint, here it goes. One thing that I noticed while I was building is that I have something missing. I did the constructor, but I cannot find it, and I saved it. I'm 100% sure that I did save it. So something went sideways, and yeah, I might have to redo the constructor. But yeah, this is the assembler. Pretty good, pretty neat. And then, you know, you just select it where you're producing, and this is gonna help us boost our production at 100%. It's like this way you just set it up, you know how many platform you need to put down directly, and these are all modular pieces, which mean that because of the way that they are structured, they're gonna be just snuggling nearby each other without too much hustle, and everything comes from the left side. And it comes out to the right, so it goes, you know, it comes from the get input from the left and get the output from the right. So you are able to do like U-shape factory, so to speak, to organize everything. So I will save the constructor, and there we can start actually our factory production. Let's get these things started. And there we goes, we got the 3 blueprints, smelter, constructor, and to assemble 3x4. So I guess that the only thing that's left to do is that doing a top floor, right? Because like we really don't want to get, you know, all... Can I grab this thing? I definitely can. Yeah, we really don't want to get this catwalk to, you know, to be that bad. And that's something that I need to work on. I need to create a blueprint for a catwalk, but at the moment I got no idea. So if you guys have some good videos that you want to, you know, like share in the comments, some good YouTubers that does, you know, incredible and beautiful architecture in Satisfactory, I'm all here. I'm all for it. So happy to look into it. And you know, learn a little bit from whoever is a little bit more experienced, because I'm quite new as well to this you know, this production line and everything. And I realized that I build small. There's like people that build absolute gigantic factory, and I think that we will have to kind of like improve our game, you know, step up our game. But yes, I will come back in a second once the floor is done and everything is connected. And there it goes. We have our beautiful floor finished and done. We are ready to get things started and popping. So, because we know exactly how much space are we gonna need, we can definitely start by getting things ready for the copper. So I realized that maybe this is not enough space, because I'm gonna need 8 smelter. So if that node, which at the moment is not pure, so it's gonna be double the production. But if that node down there get to 240 per minute, so basically we get I think it's 120 at the moment. Let's investigate. And which means that it's normal, so it's not even gonna be, we're gonna need to push it at its maximum, or bring some coal from, is it far? Oh, it's very far away. Or maybe this one, there is a node of you know, of copper. Yeah, so I'll try and push that one to the max and see how much we are gonna be able to produce per minute. Yeah, I think that on this floor I put the elevator here, but I think that we are gonna have just the production for the copper and the wires, and then the wires are gonna be pushed upstairs, where we're gonna have our you know, the stator produced, which mix steel pipe and wire. And obviously once the stator are produced, with some part of the wire we're gonna have to divide basically in 2 conveyor belt, and of 2 conveyor belt, just one line is gonna go into the stator, so steel pipe and wire, and the rest, the leftover of the wire, are gonna go into producing cable, which then is gonna be pushed everything to go into the automate wiring. So if I am correct, I can probably slash in half, because I think that we're gonna do just 120 per minute. We're not gonna be able to push more than that. And to be fair, we shouldn't, because we do have plenty of it, at least to complete phase 2. To expand and, you know, scale everything, there is always time. So I'm gonna proceed by placing, actually, I might just do it with you guys here. So the first things is that we need a 3x3 and 4 array of smelter. Now, because we have the copper comings from, you know, that side, from that way, we can assume that it's coming this. What's happening? What's touching? Nothing is touching. This is this is how it should be. What am I am missing. Ironically, I'm missing wire, which is the thing that I'm trying to produce. So yeah, let me just quickly, I cannot nudge it more than that, so this is gonna be like something like so. Let me nudge it into position. So we know that this is the front of it. So if we do push it just like slightly, yeah, like that, this should align with the wall, I think. Is it this? No, it was correct before. Yep. So that's what we want. This is the position. As you can see, 4 smelter is gonna have an output that comes in here from that copper node, and the copper node is gonna be pushing here with 4 smelter. The output is gonna come here, and we are gonna have then after these 8 constructor. Now I know that's hard to imagine just yet, but bear with me, you see in a second what it means. I'm just gonna have to just very quick rush to the other factory, and I'll be back with all the material. Yeah, I just realized that we should probably place some sink in here as well. Okay, let me get rid of some of this stuff because like now it's too much to have. My hands are full. Good stuff. I should really start getting things away. Should I put this for now away and or produce these, because like these occupy space but don't really need it at the moment, do I? This one I need for conveyor belt, the slug and you know, the rotor's power slug. This one I now have it. I know I don't have it because I'm producing it, so I might have to clean up 1 second my inventory. Oh, I completely forgot that I did add an hard drive was scanning last time. So we got few alternate recipe. This one is like molded bean. Not super sure if 45 per minute. Whoa, it's quite a lot. Is it? Does it use less steel normally? Molded beam. All right. This one is like fuse quick wire, so 1 caterium and 5 copper. And this is very interesting. Steel rotor with just pipe and wire. So if we would get coal, iron and copper would be cool, but at the moment not interesting. And I think that we can unlock some of these as well. So I do have some of that alien meat because I was putting things away, and I thought to myself, why not unlocking things that we know? It's like boom, done. Well, there he goes.
Research completed. The protein inhaler can restore health in the eventuality that you have been carelessly damaging fix-it property.
I got a huge amount of snails. Now that I look at it, I didn't see it, which is gonna help once we start to have power shard. So let's go back in here. We can now unlock this. Perfect. And we have an extra slot, which is gonna allow us to get something out of our hands.
Tool belt expanded. No alien organisms were harmed during the creation of this tool belt.
Yeah, right. And boop, we can have this. Let's hide this because we don't need it at the moment. Can we get rid of other stuff? Well, not read, but we can start the AI limiters. Perfect. And very soon we're gonna have to start our own factory of cateriums and things.
AI limiter recipe unlocked. New caterium research available.
Alright, so I do not have plastic, so I cannot move forward. Yeah, same for this. What is this? Yeah, there is some things that I yet don't know how to produce, or at least I need to plan ahead. Oh, yes please, thank you, I'll take that.
Did we unlock? Potential for harnessing alien energy completed. Fixit has identified 2 development tracks requiring additional research to integrate Summersloops safely and efficiently into Fixit technology.
The loop organ contains scripture, contains instruments to compose symphonies of root and rod and recycling.
Okay.
Shrines to evolution and revolution.
Oh, alright. We are going crazy and that's for sure. But, so this one is almost done. We need crystal oscillator to finish this. And what is this? High speed connector. Alien power argument. I think that this is the things. Yeah, I definitely don't have circuit board. And I got no idea how to do them just yet. And I need a bunch of this sun fluctuator. So I think that one of the things that we actually need to do, it's important, it's start to produce sun fluctuator. Because we are using them and we are going to use them a lot. Like, I mean it. Like a lot. It just goes up and up. And this is like, if you add all of these, it's like roughly 200, from 150 to 200 each. So it's gonna be like 800 just for, you know, unlocking one line. And Then we need the supercomputer thingamabob here, plus a tons of Mercer sphere. Yeah, fun. But I think we unlocked everything that we were able to. Maybe this one is the next on the line, because, you know, I think we are at a very good point, especially with this. Well, this one we need the time crystal. But yeah, the explorer as well. This is something that we need. Oh, wait a minute. Does that mean that...
Research
Wait.
completed. Crystal oscillator
Crystal
recipe
cable
unlocked.
and iron
New
plate.
quartz research available.
I could definitely do this. This could be like an crystal oscillator is like the quartz, the cable, and 5 iron plate. Let's see if I can do it. And just like that, boom, we got the explorer. Honestly, all right.
Explorer
Let's see what she has to say.
This personnel transport vehicle facilitates rapid traversal of difficult terrain and climbs like a mountain goat that has returned from extinction.
Okay, good stuff. What was one hell of a description? Can we build it? I'm just, I'm excited. I want to test it. I want to go and do things, and I don't have motors and crystal oscillator. Probably can produce crystal oscillator, but I do not have motors just yet. And I don't even know the recipe, what I need to do. But at the moment, the goal was to kind of like get my inventory out a little bit, get it lighter. Probably could get some of these things back to where they're supposed to be. Alien capsule. I think I need to these alien DNA capsules. What am I gonna do with this? Because like, yeah, I can produce a lot of this meat as well. All of these need to be okay. These things need to be very quickly processed. Well, I was wrong. We definitely have everything to build, at least manually, but just for now, the explorer. And there we go. Look at this. Amazing. And even a little bit of space. Not much, but just enough. Vehicle storage. Crafting bench? Wait a minute. Does the tractor has it? Oh yeah, this goes fast. Basically no brake, but how did I not see this till now? This is crazy. All right. Well, good to know, I guess, because now I can craft stuff on the fly if I need to, like things that are needed for, you know, unlocking. What they call unlocking? What it's let me grab some of these, and I'll just gonna, you know, put this in and put this there. I got some of the stuff. I'm gonna get rid of some of my things, and we are ready to start on the other side. Oh yes, this thing is cruising, and you know, look at this. Look at us enjoying, almost bending our neck 360 degrees and not looking at the road. It's unbelievable. And he's fast. I don't know how much he's consuming, but he's definitely faster than the tractor. Look at us. Whoa. Can we jump? Can we do something? Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's not advised. Oh, wow. Alright, we here. And with us, we brought a lot of good things to... Oh, sounds like I missed something in here. There we go. This, I think that this elevator might go, because that's not the correct floor, but let's see. We will see. We will create the best factory ever. Nice and pretty, and all the good things in the world are going to be produced in here. But let's start with the basic stuff, shall we? So let's put a 3x3 smelter array. And I would say that this one need obviously be nudged. Well, it was not nudged enough. Let's see. So this is in here, and it's kind of like, I would have expect to align at the same as the thing, but I'm happy that I can kind of see where this goes, and yeah, just happy that this works out. Should I push it at the bottom, because like this is like 1 2 3 and then 1 2 3, so I might just push it as much as I can. I think this is enough. This goes in here, and now I have 3 on this side, and yeah, let's get the first one done.
Building in blueprint mode can further optimize your construction process with snapping and quick dismantling options. Build modes are not just there to make your work easier, they compensate for inevitable human error. Fix-It understands humanity like no other, and humanity needs you to be efficient and productive at all times.
Oh wow, okay. Not taking this personally at all, isn't it? So next one is constructor. What do we need? We need 8 constructor that are gonna produce wire. Where are we gonna put this constructor? That's a great question. I'm happy you ask. There he goes, and probably need oh wow, that's a very close. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need just like these, like so. So they come in from the front. So we're gonna have some sort of S shape that comes in, and this pushed out everything. Now this is 3 platform, and this is why I was like, it's so important to have it like align as much as you can, because then you can structure your factory, you know, the way that you imagine, but in the easiest of possible way. Like for example, right now I just need to connect these 2 and the cable, and that's as modular as it gets. There is nothing after this. So this one is gonna be somewhat... Oh wow, what am I missing? Plate. I need to up my game for the Mercer sphere. I think I need to go and get some Mercer sphere, because yeah, like this is getting frustrating, to say the least. But we can already start to connect some of these. Now the little cable is gonna be our main plug, and you see how easy it is. We just got producing a whooping 120 copper ingot per minute that are going to be converted once I'm placing, you know, the next layer of constructor. They're going to be placing I would say 240, because if I look in here and I go and get what is it called, wire, yeah, these wires producing 3, and you know, 30 times 8, it's 240. Yep, was correct. Good stuff. So I'm gonna go and grab the material, because I didn't realize how much cable and plate I had on me. As you can see, I'm lighter now in my inventory, but I didn't thought out. I got some iron plate and concrete and you know, cables and wire, but I didn't think of getting some iron plates, and yeah, still have some iron rods. Maybe I'll top it up these things, but yeah, be right back. And there we go. Let's grab everything. Has been, I got a good amount, and yeah, let's start with whatever is left. So can I point? I cannot point and pick a blueprint, but easy enough. I can get this constructor just here, wherever I find it convenient. So it's just, can I mirror it? Would be great if I could mirror it like so, just in front of them. I saw a line. I know that it's It's coming. Yeah, there it goes. These things align. So this one is like 2 from the back and 2 like this. Probably one more. Yep, that sounds about right. There is a lot of space in here. I wonder if I should, because once the wire it's divided, I will have to create probably 2 elevators that goes one with 200 wire per minute and the other with 40. So I want to leave this space in here just so I can buffer a little bit in storage, and then the storage gets out and divide everything as it should. So let's go and place this up. Let's finish our beam just for the sake of, you know, having everything visually pleasing. Actually, should I think that I can definitely place a concrete pillar in here, like somewhere there. There he goes. And with that connected, the last things that we need is that we could do this, or we could just pass it through here, and now it's like passing nearby the wall. It just like look a little bit more neat. You don't have flying cable, and once you're gonna start to add the light and whatnot, it's gonna be very nice. So let's connect these in here like so, just like giving enough space for us to be able to connect these like that. Now the only thing that's left to connect is the what am I doing? Because like this is the entrance. I almost did it. So these it's a splitter. Same for this, because the input comes from here. It arrives. Can I have this like just in the middle, like so? So now all of the input are coming from the front. It gets in and it gets passed through. So it's gonna require a little bit of time to be filled up with everything. And now we can connect these in here, like so, just in the middle, just so we can keep things somewhat symmetric. And that's the output, which is gonna end up coming in from here. So we're gonna have well, definitely not a pipe, a little input, just enough for us to have this coming from what is going on? Am I not able to do this? Oh, alright. I don't know what happened there. But what we can have now is that we have a splitter. And I need to think about this like couple of times, because it's gonna be complicated. So the first splitter gets, you know, all the line belt out. Basically the idea is this: I have 240 and I need to divide them by 6, because 5 of these are gonna go into by 6, because 5 of these, right, they're gonna be directed to the cable to the cable factory. So we are gonna produce with the tree constructor a cable factory. Actually, now that I think about it, do I have the space? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I have the space. I don't think I have the space, but most important, I would have to rotate the factory that way, so I need to leave one foundation, and I do not have a 4 tile. Do I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it would be too close. Unless I expand it that way, which I'm not too keen, because we're gonna have plenty of space upstairs to have 3 constructor and 3 assembler. There's gonna be plenty of it, so I'm not gonna worry about it just yet. But what are we gonna do first? Because this is a splitter, so this splitter is gonna go into a merger, like in here, and this one is gonna go into another splitters that comes from this way. So what's happening in here is that we are getting this 240, right? And we are dividing by 2, which means that one line, so this line is gonna be bringing 120, which means that if I get this out like so, like this, it's gonna have his 40, right? So 40. Now what I need to do is that I need to connect 2 more line. Actually, this is wrong, because I need it a little bit forward for one reason, because like this is supposed to be a splitter, yep, that takes it from here, like so. So as I was saying, this is connected inside, and this line is gonna have our 40 that we need for 1 elevators. This other one is gonna have to have, well, his own line in, which is gonna be here. Oh, don't tell me that I have the, I don't have, like, yeah, that's fine, I'll take it. So it's gonna have his own line down there, and is gonna bring back in these 2. So that line is 120, that line is 120, and then we're gonna do like plus 80 because it's 2 line back in, so it's gonna be 200 per minute on this side. So this is gonna bring us, let me delete this temporarily, and let me add a wall with the double conveyor belt thingamabob. So now our right conveyor belt, actually I don't like it that it does these weird things. Oh yeah, definitely that one as well, that's worst. Let's go with the default movement, because the West are gonna be here 20 minutes trying to understand how to fix it. Yeah, no, that's not that's all. Let's go with the default one, and then the line down there is gonna be our 200. So now it's equally splitted, obviously with the condition that we have our copper coming from this wall. It goes into there. So we are gonna have our 120 copper ore coming here, and that's gonna be 40 and 400 and 200 cable coming out from there, which is just as much as we need to run 2 assembler, and so 3 assembler, 1 for the 40 that are gonna go for the stator, and the 200 are gonna go in for the automated wire, and we should produce 5 per minute. And now that we even unlock the summer loop thingamabob, whenever we select a recipe, well, in this case this one need to produce wire, we could, well, we haven't unlocked it yet, but once we're gonna introduce the summer loop, we're gonna be doubling our output for each one that comes in, 2 are coming out. You know, alien technology. This is like the future. So to recap this little factory before I actually move to the second floor, This is gonna produce our wiring, and we are gonna move from these two, and this is gonna be our input for that node. I will go down there and connect this factory, and we will see where we go with that. Alright, so we have our miner placed. I let this little elevator, which it passed just through it because it's like very far away. Should I'm just gonna delete these two just for, you know, aesthetic purpose. Big giant box in the nature, you know, that's what we like. Now there is no electricity coming on, I think, because I haven't connected just yet. And now everything should be just fine. I will start to send this there. I want the machinery to be primed before actually, you know, we start everything. But yeah, I think that we did great today. We did like we got a massive amount of things done. There's this little balcony that I used multiple times to jump. We need to start to play a little bit with the hypertube as soon as we unlock them. Yeah, we haven't unlocked them just yet. We need to put some sign, some label, you know, things are starting to go through it. I can see that this one, did I got one copper ingot? Why is it not getting in? What's going on? Ah, no power, isn't it? These are not gonna be powered. Yeah, they start to receive when the power is in. Oh, well, it is what it is. But we are now producing a lot of it, and yeah, is slowly filling in our conveyor belt. You can see that copper wires start already to flow. This one are not receiving as much. Obviously, it's a manifold line, so it's gonna require a little bit of time. But you can see how much this splitter is already full, and obviously this one took a little bit of extra time. But we're gonna up in production in no time. This is already doing great. Now, what we need to finish upstairs. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go upstairs, create a second floor, and we are gonna finish our factory. So producing cable, stator, and finally automate wiring. And there we go. I managed to pull all the elevators up and down, create our own safe space, and now the only thing that's left, it's well, we need to place down everything. So I think that we can safely start with one assembler, and the reason is that that assembler is going to be part of the final solutions. So this one is a 3x4, so it should be good there. 3x4, which means it's not good there. It means that it needs to be here. Yep, sounds about right. Let's see if we can. 1, 2, 3, 4 means that this should be the center. I cannot nudge it more than that. See if I'm able to. No, it needs to be nudged slightly forward. So let's get it, unlock it, and be like here, and that should be it. That should be our assembler placed. I just need one, so I probably gonna delete half of the structure, but hear me out. We're gonna need one in here, which is gonna produce 5 stator per minute. So we're gonna fed 40 wires, which is come from there, and 15 pipe in here directly. This is gonna output from. We can start by placing it down. This is gonna output everything. And then we need to produce the wiring. because that's what brings at the end. So the output comes from here and should go forward. Now we need to place down for constructor as well. Let's see, for constructor, that's easier said than done, because we do not have enough space, do we? Because obviously these take 4, which means that it's gonna require an extra size, unless we are doing something absolutely illegal and we are just fitting it, snagging it in. But then we are gonna have to, you know, we're gonna have to move the pole, because does it matter? Because I can put some column in the middle. But then the input of the 200 is gonna be needed. Oh, absolute gutted, because the input needs to go from the other side. So it should be like so, right? It should be this way more than the other way. What does that mean? That this one can go? So you are telling me that this size fits better without touching? You know what? I'll take it. A win, it's a win. Does this fit? Be a shame, because this fits on this side, but that's easier to fix if we really want to be picky. But yeah, we got our cable factory as well. So all of this machinery are gonna be fed wire. As you can see, there is like 60 and like so, and the last one is supposed to be slightly under power, so it should produce just like a 33%, because we are gonna get 9.9 per minute. So what does that mean? That's gonna be like 3, so it's gonna be like 30, and the last one should produce by, let's say, like 10 per minute. Yeah, 33, perfect. So what are we gonna have? We are gonna have 100 cable per minute produced in here. Exactly 100 cable. That's the output. This is our output of the cable. Let me, so to say, like, let me level it out. Or maybe not just yet. And what's left over? Well, glad you asked. We are left with placing just 2 more assembler. And they're gonna be like, oh, I'm missing 8 rotors. Annoying. 1 second. Alright, as I was saying, we literally just need to connect those 2 constructor in here. The reason for it is that these 2 say constructor, I mean assembler, from the can I have them aligned? That I thought we were allowed to have them aligned. Maybe I was wrong. Like so. Honestly, generously, it's too close. That's better. It's much better. This one is on. Yeah, here we go. And now we can even see the line, so that everything is aligned. Yeah, so one of those are gonna have to go up through an elevator, and this one probably is gonna go just like inside this way. Hopefully it's gonna fit, but these are gonna produce our automate wiring. So you see, we're gonna have to input 1 stator and 2 cables. So this one is gonna produce our so these 2 are gonna produce our stator, correct? I had to think about it because I was like, is it correct? Yes, it is. So this stator, let me see, where is it? Stator. So both of these assembler, actually, I don't need 2, do I? gonna overproduce stator. It's fine. It's fine because I'm gonna just have a splitter in here, and half of the stator are gonna be saving them. So let's get this going this way, like so. We are gonna have a storage container. Hopefully this is enough space. So half of the production is gonna go that way, and the other half is gonna go... Can I do this? I absolutely can. And this one is gonna go in. So perfect. So this one it just requires 2.5, but at the moment we are producing, you know, one stator every 5 minutes. So to wait, we are gonna produce 115, so we're gonna have 200. So yeah, we're gonna produce 5 stator per minute. So yeah, that's gonna be plenty. 10 technically, but we are splitting half and half. So half goes in storage, the other half goes to the machine. And this one are gonna be producing our precious automate wiring, which are gonna help us to finish the phase 2, because now we have smart plating, which is already done and delivered, done and dusted. This one is gonna be like connecting here. There we go. These are connected the other way around, but it's just fine. We are gonna find a solution. But I'll do the connection of the electricity, and I'll port everything, and I'll be right back. And just like that, everything starts to flow, everything starts to get in. We need to connect this, which is the last bits of the puzzles. Let's turn it in here. It sounds like it has a good curve. I'm not in the middle. Now, let's get this output connected as well. So these are producing our whooping 100 cable per minute. Which you can probably store because there's gonna be so much. And it goes into our conveyor. I even end up changing this because I didn't like the floating conveyor belt. It just felt like it was not correct. So this is done. This is gets now part of the stator are getting stored. The whole of it in here, it's filling up, and yeah, we get... Well, we don't have cable just yet. Why we don't have cable? Because we don't have electricity. And without electricity, you know, that's a hard one. Oh. So let's see, it's in here. Or, hear me out. Boom. Because so far we do not have... I don't like floating cable, so I might end up changing this. But I don't have walls just yet, so I'm probably later gonna be passing through the walls all around. And yeah, we have our automated wiring factory completed. Unbelievable. I didn't thought I could have done it all in one episode, and this is going like already 1 hour longer. But I've been playing intermittently for now. Not intermittently, I've been playing like non-stop for 3 hours now, something like that. So it is a massive one. But yeah, the last thing that we really need to do is that we want to store it, because obviously that's you know, a lot of cables, and we are going to get why does it not like it? Because what is going on? This is an output, right? Oh, I know what it is. I am losing my mind. I need to have an input going on this side. So I think that there. I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to think if we up the productions. Just gonna have it a little bit more further, like so, because we gonna have possibly a dimensional storage in this area. So yeah, I'll leave it like this, connected, and yeah, look at that, 4. We are gonna be needing a little bit more than that, but yeah, it's coming. They are coming. Automate wire is coming. So the last thing that we need to do is that we want to check how many frame we have produced so far. Not on this floor, obviously. I might end up putting some sign, and you know. So we need thousands, which means that we need 20, and we are a little bit far away, and this is understandable because this machinery, it's underproducing. I've been bringing that summer loop with me for a long time, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, I'll bring the summer loops and I'm gonna double my output, but I need to unlock this before doing that. So that's that. So let's recap. We got our factory finished. I mean, I kind of need to make it prettier, and I need to create some blueprint, but we got some awesome blueprint already for our future build, smelter, construction, and assembly, which is amazing. They work perfectly fine. I absolutely love the blueprint concept. I might end up just working a little bit off camera, just placing the glass. I removed part of the glass that were on the second floor, and I think I'm gonna go with this transparent glass just because, you know, it looked just better from a distance, and it gives that sense of, you know, boxing, so to speak. But I want to change some colors in here and do some other modification. But yeah, I'm very happy, very happy that we are going, and we unlock the explorer as well. Like, this is a beast. I have been going back and forward and no times. It's crazy. You know what? Next episode we will need to absolutely get blueprint for roads. Yeah, you heard me right. So we're gonna have to unlock some of those coupons so we can have road marking and whatnot for, you know, for our transportation, because we need it. We need to go across the whole island and whatnot. So but that's a wrap for today's episode. So thanks for joining me on the journey of conquering the planet in Satisfactory. I hope you had as much fun watching me as I did playing. So please be sure to subscribe for more episodes, and do drop a comment below letting me know what you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching. Bye!